If the Trump administration for the first year focuses on the economy and perhaps a border immigration bill, I think they're going to remain solid and strong going into 2026. But if they veer into social legislation, if they veer into sort of morality legislation, they could run into some serious trouble within their own party. And remember, we have a race for the Senate leadership. We have a new era. Mitch McConnell is not going to be the leader. What does that Senate look like?
Right.
So, tax cuts will go through, but I see some storm clouds ahead for anything else that they'd want to do.
Where's the focus of this Trump administration going to be from a policy perspective? What do you think is the top of their to-do list?
Well, I certainly think solidifying the border because it makes Trump look credible, right? So Biden shut down the border really in June of 2024. We can all agree that was probably far too late for the Democrats. But nonetheless, Trump's got to do that and it's got to stick, right? He's got to make sure that's true. And then with interest rates coming down, inflation coming down, he doesn't have to do all that much. But then what happens when the first plant closes under his administration? In other words, when technology replaces jobs, when these areas that voted for him still lose their plant or their economic opportunities, what does he do to help them? That, to me, is the pressure on the Trump administration in the first 6 months.
Wendy, I looked at the Taubman Center website today. I know you did a thing, I believe, last night there. And I look at all the freshly scrubbed interns and, the young kids. But they're like, I want to be like this or that Republican or Democrat, whatever. But then we saw the concession speech of the vice president yesterday. Your thoughts on the future of Vice President Harris?
I don't know how the Democrat Party will react, but they still need women and they still need Black voters, particularly Black voters. And so how do you interpret this? A Black woman lost? Does that mean no women? Hillary Clinton lost, Kamala Harris lost. I just don't see that as a viable electoral path for the Democrats. So I think she still has a career. I mean, I'm not sure what the future will hold. She ran the best campaign she could have. I think this was just really a referendum on the Democratic Party's policies overall. They were viewed as too far left and too redistributive. And they weren't redistributing to the people who got out the door and voted in big numbers on Tuesday.
To your expertise, the grizzled Schiller, let's do civics history, are there existing examples of a Democratic Party restructuring, realigning to a more centrist policy?
Yeah, I mean, the playbook is certainly going from Michael Dukakis in 1988 to Bill Clinton in 1992. It didn't take all that long, but the centrist party that really still had control in the South could deliver some southern states. And Bill Clinton was known, but not super well known. And basically that operation built up within the Democrat Party, and he won that primary race in 92, and then he won and he served for 8 years. So, and that moved the party to more fiscally centrist policies, and it moved the party a little bit away from social issues. And he had credibility, strong credibility among Black voters, particularly in the South. So that is the combination that worked very well. And Barack Obama took a lot from the Bill Clinton mode of governing, which was practical and fiscally sort of more centrist. And I think that's where the Democrats have to go. Whether they can get there we're all going to be watching.